Hi, hello there, welcome to my channel, Mace's Life, and in today's video we're going to go over my week 2 of spending for July 2026 with my monthly budget. So if you're interested, please stick around, please like and subscribe. We're going to go ahead and get started. So at the top here I have my net income. I have a main 9 to 5 job that I actually work from 7:30 to 4. Sorry, my cat. Then I have that income listed here with my main income, what I contribute to my pension, and then if I receive any stipends, which I did this past week of $31.22. So that is listed here. Then I have my second job that I work from roughly 4:30 to 10:30, 11. It changes depending on how busy the game is and if it's a major league or minor league team playing. And that's what I have budgeted here in black. In red, that's my estimated pay of what I'm hoping to get paid throughout the rest of the month. So I hoped for this month to make $2,500, and so then I subtract what I actually make here in black. And that's how you can see that calculations here. Then you can see here, that's my net income. So if I scroll down, you're going to see here my expenses. So my expense categories are here on the left, and then what I budget here is on under column B. I do change up my budget a little bit month to month, making little tweaks here and there, and so you'll see how I do that now. So for week 2, I did not spend anything in the subscriptions category, and I don't think that I'll end up spending anything in the subscriptions category for the rest of this month. So I'm going to actually change that $7 down to 0. I'm going to try and lower my budget because I'm going to shift from no longer working weekends. I have worked 15-hour days every single weekday and 6-hour work days on the weekends. So working 7 days straight for quite a bit. I'm a little burnt out, and so I think I'm just going to take a break from working weekends, at least for this month, and then I'll figure it out again next month. I might work a little bit more, I might work a little less. We'll see. I did not work 4th of July weekend, either the Saturday or the Sunday, and there was some drama on some employees getting paid holiday pay and some employees not getting paid holiday pay, depending on if they also work at the baseball stadium or not. And I just avoided it altogether. You've watched my very first debt confessions videos. You know that I started this channel because I got kind of overwhelmed with paying off debt, and the company that I worked for last year, they told us multiple times, repeatedly, over the entire month of June that we would get paid holiday pay for 4th of July, and they were even threatening not to schedule people for 4th of July if we didn't take our training. So everybody made sure to work 4th of July, and 4th of July last year was like 80 something degrees. It was a beautiful day, and then they did not pay us for 4th of July. And that kind of sent me on like a little negative downward spiral mentally, and then I created this account to just remind myself why I'm working, why I do all these things is because I need to pay off my debt. And this year, it was 90 something degrees for 4th of July. Took the day off, got to relax, got to sleep in, and then I went over to a barbecue. And the next day, I went swimming in the river, or floating down the river, and I had a great time. But because of that, I kind of need to adjust my budget a little bit because of not working weekends. This weekend, I am working this weekend though, but I don't plan on working next weekend. Alright, so personal and beauty. I have budgeted $50 just to pick up things here and there, like I need a new foundation, and I need some other things. I did find some foundation that was older, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. I don't care if it's past 6 months, I'm going to use it. So I might not have to spend anything for the personal and beauty section other than some blush. So I'm going to just cut that in half for now. Alright, parking and work. I did not spend anything for week 2. I'm not going to adjust these numbers just yet. I'm just going to keep it right here. The governor has not approved the budget just yet, so there can be no reimbursements until the budget is approved. So I'm not going to budget to get reimbursed for my parking pass of $100 because who knows how long it's going to take to get approved. Alright, renters and car insurance, that was the previous month. My electricity bill, not month, but week. Phone, previous week. Fun. I will be buying a state fair pass, season pass. I think it's like $60. So I'm actually going to raise this to $100 for fun. I'm going to raise it to $125. Yeah, for fun. Alright, for household, I think I bought a plant. And that was it. My electronics and Wi-Fi. I got my automated payment coming out next week. Gas, I spent $32.50. I wasn't able to go to Costco. I had to go to an expensive, like Arco or something near me. And that's only half a tank, so with $32.50. But I still have plenty of money in the budget left for it. Alright, gifts, $0 this week. Food out, I spent only $3.28 because I had a Chipotle gift card, and that was what was needed to be paid out of pocket. Alright, tithing, I have not tithed at all, and that's because I sent more money to debt than what I had at the moment last week. So I don't have any money to spend on anything extra just yet. So for instance, I wanted to get my car registration this week. I only have about $800 left in my checking account right now, so I'm not going to spend that money just yet on other things. For instance, I am going to, obviously have to get that by the end of the month because my registration expires on the 27th or the 24th, I believe. But I'll get that next week. I get paid tomorrow. It'll be a little bit less than like $500, I think. But that's pretty much it. Okay, so then my apply to debt. I did not write this in. So give me one moment. Alright, so my debt was... Let's see here. Not my debt, but what I sent to interest was... What do you do on this line? This is what I sent to interest. Equals 12.63 plus 33.66. And I don't yet know what my California Coast Credit Union debt is calculated to. Let me see if I can pull that up actually. Alright, that was $983. Perfect. So then for this amount, I'm going to subtract it from just right here. Minus $56.12. A little backwards, but it is what it is. Alright, so I spent $56 on interest, so I subtracted out from the applied to debt, and so now I can turn this black. And the reason why I just put that red is because obviously I make payments towards my debt, but some of it goes to interest, and my goals for the year and for previous years was to bring down my total debt number, and I do that by calculating what I send to the principal and not just the interest. So it's a little different than how most people do it, but that's just what I do because when I first started tracking my yearly budget, I sent over $32,000 to debt, and my debt only lowered by about $14,000, and that's because of all the interest that I paid. Now I have less in debt. I have less in debt for one overall, but less in debt with interest lines of credit, or interest collecting lines of credit. But Yes, so my debt, if you've watched a couple of my other videos, I paid off my credit card for Wells Fargo last month, and then it was stolen, and I found that out on June 28th. I called, had the card closed, or sorry, no, I had the card locked and reported as stolen on June 28th. I made a bunch of phone calls just verifying that it was closed, trying to get all the payments that were on there credited back to me. I called again, I think it was July 7th. I could be wrong, but I think it was July 9th, maybe. And there were even more charges on my account. Oh no, it was last Friday. Whenever last Friday was. I called, there was even more charges on my account that they did not tell me about, but that were older prior to June 28th. Then I get a call on July 8th or 9th, I can't remember, and they were asking me if I had authorized a transaction at a gas station for that day. I'm like, no, I have not authorized. The card is locked and reported as stolen. Well, no, they did not lock it and report it as stolen. So when I finally got my card activated yesterday on July 10th, 'cause that's when I received it in the mail, I was finally able to get back into the Wells Fargo app and see that my credit card was still being used by whoever stole it, and Wells Fargo never locked and closed it out. And what they would do is every time the person used my card, then Wells Fargo would refund me or credit me from two different locations. So I actually have extra money in the account. Like, I don't have money owed. I have a surplus in there because they would refund me and credit me whoever for these past, however 2-3 weeks have been spending in my account. So I actually have that surplus of money just sitting there. And I did a bunch of, Reddit searches on how best to handle Wells Fargo stolen credit card claims, and apparently there's like a clause in Wells Fargo that says whoever has the credit card owner is liable for the first $500. So I'm just going to keep the card open but locked now so that way I can still argue, because also I read things that said that Wells Fargo will do whatever they can not to reimburse you. So the card is not closed, but it's now finally locked now that I got the new card in the mail and I have access back into the Wells Fargo app. It's very complicated for no reason. I have no idea why. But that's just the update on my debt. I did not send any money to debt this week because I sent so much to debt last week, and then with that Wells Fargo card that you've been following. Yes, that's that whole mess. Alright, so let's move down to my savings. I did not send anything to savings. I've already paid myself. For my car maintenance, my car does not yet need any maintenance in terms of the oil change and the things that you do at 75,000 miles. So I'm actually not going to do that this month. I'm going to wait until next month because I still have almost 1,000 miles before all that needs to be done. So I'm going to lower this car maintenance down to $300 just to account for my car registration. And I'm going to leave it at that. For travel, I did not spend anything. For cats, I spent $20.56 on like stain remover spray. For groceries, I spent $8.57 on some milk and some edible glitter. For health, I did not spend anything on health. I do foresee me going to the chiropractor here shortly, but like I said, because I spent so much money on debt, I am just taking a little break on spending on as little as money as possible until I start receiving my next paycheck, which will be on Monday. Today's Saturday. Alright, paid rent last week. My retirement, this is what I automatically contribute on my paycheck, so I actually never see this money, but I like to track it because one day I hope to contribute even more money than this to retirement. So I just figured I'd start tracking it now. Alright, cash. I did not take out any money in cash. Interest payments you already saw. I had $56.12 that went towards interest. And that is it for my expenses. But because I have been telling you that I've been working less, I'm going to go ahead and lower my estimated pay. So this month my goal is only to make $2,000 for the whole month in my second job and not $2,500. So $500 less, but that's okay because I'm a little burnt out. I'll pick it back up maybe next month. But that is going to be it. Also, I guess, yeah, just yesterday it was very stressful with work. My boss got fired. They're an exempt employee, so they can get fired. I can't get fired like that. We got a new CEO, and they're this like the CFO, and it was just, they wanted to get a whole new board of cabinet people, I guess. Not cabinet, a whole new, chief staff. So they've been letting go of a few people, slowly but surely, but yesterday was my boss's turn to go. So that was kind of sad. There was a lot of people crying in my office. So that's also just, yesterday was like a lot of drama, especially at my second job as well. It's a big old high school at my second job. But yeah, that's also another reason why it's a little burnt out recently, because I saw this coming with my boss getting fired. I don't know if everybody else did, especially the people who were crying. They did not see it coming, but I saw my boss being fired. Either fired or, forced to resign. I don't know what the official word was. But, yep, no, I saw it coming. And it was sooner than I expected, though. I thought it was going to come in August, and it came right after he got back from his month-long vacation in, like, Switzerland or Norway, which sucked. But that is going to be it. That is my budget for my week 2 of spending in July. Thank you for following along. Please subscribe, click the like, and leave a comment if you would like. My next video will be out tomorrow. I think I'm going to go ahead and just film my debt confessions. I'm going to put $0 for Wells Fargo, but leave like a little asterisk marks, because they spent several hundreds of dollars. But like I said, because Wells Fargo credited me back so many different times in 2 different ways, I have a surplus sitting in the account of about $200. But yep, that'll be tomorrow's video. But other than that, thank you, and until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.